It's me, Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy, your real estate sales guy, and also your C survivor. Just recently, just saying hey to everybody. I just had surgery done on my nose, and man, I'm gonna tell you what, it was painful. They got everything they needed to, and now eventually I can get back to get my gun shows on. But also a couple of weeks ago, just had hernia surgery. Had this big old hernia sticking right out the middle of my stomach, and it looked like an alien. I'm gonna tell you what, in the last few years, it changed my whole life into the point that I started actually watching my weight, watch what I was eating, started taking more care of my health. But like I didn't have no insurance, for a few years. And I don't know about you, if you don't have insurance, you don't go to the doctors because you can't afford it. And now I was able to go to my doctors and get some referrals, and I'm like, oh my gosh, man, these people now want to take care of me. A few years ago, during the few years ago when I got no insurance, went to a college kind of place, and they wouldn't do the surgery, and I had a little bitty hernia, and it had to get to be the size of my fist few years later for a real doctor to take hold of it. And I have to say thank you also to St. Vincent's here in Jacksonville, Florida. Man, they had the number one customer service that I've ever seen. It's all about how you come across, because these people, I had my hands in their life, and they did the surgery on my hernia, and it was terrible. It was the size of a fist, and I was so embarrassed all these years. But it did help me change my lifestyle. When it was started, it was real little, but I was about 310 pounds. And then what happened was I went to the doctor, and they told me, well, you got to lose this amount of weight. And I was like, oh my gosh, it was over 100 pounds. I'm like, I'm gonna go do that. Well, it was like little by little, a little bit by little bit. Didn't happen in just a couple of weeks. It took me over years to be able to, get my gun show on, lose a little bit of weight, start feeling a little bit better about myself. And I'm gonna tell you what, guys, your health, it matters when you're a salesperson. And I'm embarrassed, but I just want to be real. I'm a real salesperson. I've been in sales since the early 80s. That's a long time. I've helped a lot of people get a lot of things in my selling career. And my platforms, a lot of times, are about selling and being out there and helping customers. And I got to look my best. Like I said, I have to be above board. I'm a real person. I'm a real salesperson. I love everything about it, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the warts and all. And when you don't look your best, you kind of feel a little depressed. But, I didn't have no insurance for the longest time, and now I had to pay for it. It cost me a lot of money to be able to get this stuff taken care of, especially my hernia. I love it, man. I got a flat stomach. I've been working out, but not lately because you can't work out while you're recuperating. So I do try to stay physically busy, as much as I possibly can. But when I first had that hernia surgery, man, I couldn't do nothing. I have to thank my mom and my dad, and they're in their late 70s. For 3 days, my mama, she loved on me. I was just real fortunate, because I was just going to stay by myself. Then I went home and I've recuperated. And it's been a couple of weeks since the hernia surgery, but I had to also have this nose looked at because it had, something they thought might have been cancerous, and I got it taken care of. But I'm gonna tell you what, I don't feel beautiful. I don't feel like my little Barbie doll. So I'm just kidding, guys. But I'm being a real salesperson, a real person. Now I'm at my home here in Jacksonville, Florida. It's a beautiful little place. It's my little home. It's not for everybody, but I'll be quite honest with you. It's good enough for me, and it's huge property, enough for me to maintain. I've been really blessed. Got me a nice little small house, and I don't even use the whole house. I used to have my son. Now he's moved out and everything, and it's just Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. And I just want to get right with you guys and say thank you so much for watching my videos all these years. Cancer ain't no joke. Not taking care of your health ain't no joke. If I wouldn't have gotten really fat, I'm just being quite honest with you. If I wouldn't have been over 310 pounds, and somebody tell me I couldn't do something and I wanted it so bad, I'll tell you what, I don't know what. I'd probably be already dead, to be honest with you. I'm 61. I'm trying to get my gun shows on, get back in shape. And like I said, I've got to watch my nutrition because I don't want to get huge again. I kind of want to maintain. So like I said, I'm going to keep walking. I'm going to keep exercising. exercise. I go to Planet Fitness regularly. I just like to, try to eat right. And sometimes you can't eat everything you like. And so on occasion, I'll have something that's not so, awesome. But like I said, guys, it's a lifestyle. Love you so much, guys. Like I said, it's important as a salesperson that we feel good, because how are you going to tell customers about your products and your services if you don't feel good about who you are? And by having that hernia surgery, it was about the size of this fist. It opened my whole brain up, man. I feel better about myself. And then now I have to deal with this like Frankenstein, but it is what it is, and it will get better because I've already had the surgery and I'm on the other side of it. It takes time. But like I said, I really haven't been doing anything. I'm a realtor. That's what I do. I sell real estate. But for the last 3 weeks, I've just been really low and kind of like feeling a little sad and underappreciated. Because when you go from being looking okay to looking, oh crap, you kind of like, man. But see, it's really good because, like I said, if you saw my hernia, it was it was nasty. And for years, I just had to deal with it. It got bigger and bigger as I started losing weight. And the doctors, like I said, a few years ago, they wouldn't even do nothing. But this last one that I work with, I can't even say who he is, but wow, he changed my life. I look in the mirror now and I'm like, dang, man, I'm looking pretty good. And also, this thing right here, this too shall pass. I got a very positive mom and dad, especially my mom. And she said, Gary, you just got to go through. You got to go through. And see, we just dwell on the negative. So I don't want to dwell on the negative. Yeah, it don't look good. I won't go nowhere this week, and I'll just deal with it and take care of my health. But here, come next week, on the next following couple of weeks, I got some places I need to be, customers I need to see, things I need to do. I need to get out. So I will have to deal with just not being perfect. So remember, guys, if you're out there selling, we got to take care of our health mentally, physically, spiritually, and we got to financially watch out for our health. So if you're watching this, I'm saying hi to you guys. I really appreciate it, Jess. And also not the knockout. I appreciate you and all the other cool people that are out there watching this video. I have been on YouTube for quite a few years. We talk about all things about selling, the good, the bad, the ugly, and the warts and all. I got over 1,000 videos on all different topics of being a salesperson and being in what industry. You want to sell real estate, you want to sell insurance, if you want to talk about selling furniture, if you want to talk about, just being a salesman and learning different closes and techniques, you can catch a pearl from every one of my videos, guys. Like I said, I appreciate you. Give me a thumbs up. Please share and let people know that I'm still alive. My name is Gary Lee Stanley. I am your sales guy right here in Jacksonville, and I'm also your real estate sales guy. Okay, I'm just saying. And guys, today I just had to share with you what was going on with Gary Lee Stanley, your sales guy. Remember, this doesn't have to be forever. This was nasty. I got it taken care of. It was the seed. Now it's no longer there. Also, my hernia, guys, I'm going to show it to you. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Is looking much better. And before, I had like an alien sticking out. And I know it's gross, guys, but when you're a real person, I'm a real person. I'm a real sales guy. And I'm at home just chilling on my front porch right here in Florida. And you're probably going, okay. Because today is a good day for a good day. That's what my mama says. Okay, let's get our gun show on. Let's get in shape. Let's take care of our health mentally, physically, spiritually, financially. And remember, guys, I really appreciate you watching. Have a wonderful day. And please share and have a good life. And if you want to be a salesperson, you want to learn about the good, the bad, the ugly, and the warts and all, and how it works, you got to watch my videos and watch a bunch of my different stations that own my different channels on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. I appreciate you guys. And please say, hey, man, I want to be your friend. All right. Now I got to figure out how to turn this thing off. How do you do it? You just tap, and I guess that's it. In.